Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my very first blog post. This is Confessions of a Working Mama. I'm so excited that you somehow found this blog, whether it's this video blog or my actual blog. I'm so excited you're here. This is something very brand new for me, something kind of nervous about, but at the same time, something that I've kind of felt like I've been called to do for a little while. So here I am, and welcome. I know probably this video will only be seen by the maybe 20 to 50 family members that are going to follow it, but hopefully it will grow in size and that you guys will really enjoy it. So you're probably thinking, what is this going to be about? Well, it's Confessions of a Working Mama. So what I plan on doing is every video blog giving you one of my confessions about anything in my life, right? And then the second part of the blog, I'm going to go over either some of my favorite products, some of my how-tos, just something in my life that makes my life easier for all of you working mamas out there, or regular mamas, or whoever you may be. There's just some easy life too things that I've learned, and so I want to share those with you as well. So that's kind of how these are going to go. So starting off, confession number one. Can't believe it's the first one. Here I go. It's all about the 80-20 rule. So I know that kind of seems weird for a confession, but I want to kind of explain the 80-20 rule and then why I'm confessing it to you. So the 80-20 rule is something that was taught to me by actually my first boss right out of college, the first job I had. It was probably a year into my work there, and he sat us all down, and on the whiteboard he wrote 80/20. And I was like, what is this all about, right? We're all kind of looking at him. What does this mean? So the 80-20 rule is that anything in your life, whether it be your marriage, your job, your friendships, your hobbies, your commitments, whatever that is, it should bring you happiness and joy 80% of the time. And then the other 20% is, those hard times, those rough times. Not everything is going to be perfect, but it should, in theory, 80% of the time bring you happiness, right? So when you walk into that job every day, you should come home feeling like 80% of your day was productive, it was somewhat happy. I mean, we're all going to have those bad days. That's why there's the 20%, right? Well, then the harder part about the rule is that's not happening, you have to walk away. So again, if that marriage, you're not getting that 80-20, or that job, you're not getting the 80-20, then you got to get it out of your life or figure out how to change it, right? And that's the hardest part. So my confession today is that I have really put the 80-20 rule to everything in my life. My marriage, my job. I'm always looking at it. Is it bringing me 80% happiness, right? But then I have to look at myself, and that's the hard part, right? So 80% of the time, I'm not sure I'm got it all together, right? I'm got three major things: being a wife, being a mom, and being a career person, right? And it's hard. So this is why I've kind of started this blog, is I'm on this self-journey for self-love and getting up every morning and being happy with the 80% of what I'm all about, right? Now, I'm human, so I'm going to have that 20%, right? Or maybe even a little bit more some days. Or maybe some days it's all bad, but the next day I'm 100, right? It's that theory, like some days I'm super mom, and then the next day I saw a meme on Facebook, I got a dinosaur sticker stuck to my ass all day. Seriously, right? So that's what I'm on. That's my journey, right? I'm happy with my job, and I love my marriage, and my kids are wonderful, right? But now I have to put the 80-20 rule in place for me, meaning 80% of the time I feel good about juggling it all. It's that constant feeling guilty that I'm not the best mom, I'm not the best wife, there's something more I could do. But I've got to be able to say, I did everything I can today, and I'm a good human being, and I'm working hard at all of my goals in life. So that's my confession. I've got to figure out on this journey of self-love, right? for 80% of the time to feel like I am who I've always wanted to be. I'm this mom, and I'm a wife, and I'm a career person, and I have great friendships and awesome family members, and I've got it together, right? Even though I don't feel like I do. So that's my confession. I hope that hit home with some of you. I hope you keep the 80-20 rule in your life. It's not perfect, but it really does. It really makes you think like, okay, is this relationship I have with whomever it may be, am I getting 80% something out of it? Happiness, joy, whatever it is, right? So I hope that hits home with you. I really do. So that's my first confession. Now on to kind of the fun part, not so serious, right? And I promise not all my confessions are going to be so serious. They're going to be, some of them are going to be silly and stupid, and then some of them are going to be deep, and hopefully you get something out of them. So if you follow me on Instagram, which if you do not, you should totally follow me, at Confessions of a Working Mama. I would love to have you follow me. But I last week did a quick little Instagram story about this really cool product that I just kind of have ordered and is in my life. So it's called Care Of, and it is a personalized vitamin program. So I've never been a huge vitamin taker. It's not something that's always been on my radar, but the doctors always are recommending to me, you should stay on your prenatals. That's really important, blah, blah, blah. And I just had my second child, so I'm still in that kind of postpartum phase, right? So really important that I still keep that prenatal vitamin in my life. So that's kind of what started it. But then I took this quiz through the company, and it's called Care Of. And it kind of brought in a lot of other things that I need or should have in my kind of diet or life. So I'm going to kind of show you it. So first of all, this is what the package looks like. Again, you take a quiz, and then it kind of sets out what vitamins that you should be taking. And then it comes in this lovely little dispensary, and it comes in these pre-packaged little things, and it's really cool. So these are what they look like. They have your name on them, which is really fun, and each one of them has a quote or a fact or something fun. This one says, every 10 days your taste buds are regenerated. That's actually really interesting, especially coming from someone who needs to get more veggies in their life. So maybe every 10 days I should try something new, right? But anyway, so it comes in this little package. Again, when I took the quiz, it came up with 4 vitamins that I should be taking. My prenatal, of course. Fish oil, because I don't get enough fish in my diet. I've never taken a fish oil pill, but supposedly it helps with your hair and your skin, so kudos to that. Calcium for the bones. Women especially were prone to osteoporosis and things like that, so calcium. And then the last one is a magnesium pill. And when I took the quiz, one of the things it was asking me was about my sleep. And I've always been a really, really good sleeper, but when you have kids, it's extremely difficult, especially around the nighttime routine and getting yourself to fall asleep. There's that anxiety of the kids waking up and all those things about being a new mom. So especially right now, getting to sleep can be a little bit difficult for me, and also staying asleep, because I'm always worried about that next cry, right? That next time Charlie's going to wake up or Aiden's going to have a nightmare. So the magnesium helps promote good sleep habits. So I'm going to give it a try. So I've been doing these for about a week now, maybe a little less than a week. And I haven't felt a huge difference yet. But at the same time, I can feel good that I'm taking what I need to take for my body. I'll keep you updated with any of the things that, start to happen or start to feel. I know it's going to take a while, and there might not be any glaringly, I wake up and I feel better today, right? But it is really cool. So the great thing is that your first month is 50% off, so definitely take advantage of that. And then after that, it'll send it to you on a monthly basis. Also, it really is important that you keep up with, life changes. So like if things change, it'll change the vitamins, things like that. So I plan on doing that, but again, I'm super excited. This is super easy. You just pull, your prepackaged thing out every morning. I take it with my yogurt in the morning, so I don't get an upset stomach. And yeah, it's just kind of a new routine for me, and I really like it. So you should definitely try them. Care of, it's really cool. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to get you guys some like promo codes and things like that once I get enough followers. But I do know that you can get your first month 50% off. So definitely try that. So that's it. That's the blog, right? So every time talking about a confession and then something that I'm enjoying in my life, a product, a how-to, whatever it may be. I hope that you guys all have a great day. Please, please, please tell your family and friends if this is something they'd be interested in watching. My blog, which I wrote my first blog and is going to launch today. My website is www.confessionsofaworkingmama.com. So go ahead and go there and check it out. And then also follow me on Instagram. Again, Confessions of a Working Mama. I'd love to have you guys follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get notifications when these vlogs go live, right? I hope everyone has a great day. And as always, ciao Bella.